My name's Max. I live in Bristol. I'm an aspiring filmmaker studying at UWE and I'm 23. Age 2 I put my hand in the oven when it was on, scarring my hand for life. Aged 5 I fell out of a moving car, and in general I thought that my grandparents lived in black and white before colour TV. Most of my childhood was spent on my own. Not as popular or as good at making friends as my sister, I lived in a fantasy world. All thanks to some very large tubs of Lego that I owned. When not creating technical masterpieces, I watched the A-Team and the Dukes of Hazzard. And now and again pretended that I was Indiana Jones. By my teenage years, I had secured a few friends. I was rubbish at sport, but I never had any trouble with the ladies. This meant that I was branded as gay.
You massive gay!
I was an experimental teen. Inspired by my sister's debauchery, I sampled the delights of cigarettes, booze and cannabis. Aged 14, I lost my virginity and got my heart broken 2 weeks later when I was dumped for my friend Dave. Since my first taste of intimacy, I spent most of my waking hours in pursuit of more, often losing girlfriends by being too forward. More recently, I escaped the mundane hum of reality by becoming a GI in the Vietnam War called Jet Fontaine. I DJ. Badly. I tried to be a skateboarder for a year or so, but I was so rubbish at it that I've given it up now. And I still get called gay. My favourite activities include bowling on Sundays, pub quizzing on Mondays, and in general, getting hammered with my friends any day of the week. I have a passion for travelling, I have a fetish for little boobs, and I have a gap in my sideburns where no hair will grow. My sister is Erica. She lives in Broughton and she's 25. She works hard selling industrial flooring and she parties harder. As a child, Erica drank a bottle of children's cough syrup and was rushed to hospital. After her first taste of hospital attention, she developed a penchant for it and on numerous occasions cracked her head open. This led to more trips to intensive care and luxury. As a creative child, Erica used to pretend she was Tony Hart and she would sculpt masterpieces from Play-Doh. As a teen, Erica led the forefront in rebellion and getting into trouble. Aged 13, she was caught smoking in the attic, giving my mother a near heart attack.
You smell like an ashtray, you know you can get cancer. Where did you get the money from? You've been stealing from me. If you look away one more time, so God I will...
Aged 15, she had started going to nightclubs and coming home in paralytic states. Bouncing from boyfriend to boyfriend, Erica finally fell in love with Scott. Scott did not have the same feelings for her. After years of chasing, Scott decided to give her a chance. One lousy shag later, Erica decided that Scott was useless and that falling in love was not for her. Of recent, Erica has been bouncing from flat to flat in and around Brighton. Erica's fetishes include perving on older men and a bizarre obsession with smelling her own shoes. Despite her Rolling Stone lifestyle, there is one constant that hasn't changed for her: debauchery. The wild nights of Brighton keep Erica in a constant motion of partying, sordid tales and good time friends. One of these particular friends is Carly. Carly is 23, and I'm not sure what she does at all. I've only met Carly once, but she's drop dead gorgeous and always set for a good time. The one time that I did meet Carly was at the Ashton Court Festival and she was off her face on magic mushrooms, filled with the sights of ultra green grass and an enhanced 3D perspective of life. A self-promoted rock chick at heart, Carly has a secret love of the popular self-styled child alterna rock stars, Hanson, and will listen to them with joy when safely alone. Carly once went out of a guy who was so much shorter than her that he used to wear her high heels when he had sex. Carly studied for her degree in something like sociology or possibly psychology at the University of Sussex. It was here where she met the son of filmmaker Stephen Frears. I'm not sure what Stephen Frears' son is called, so I'll call him Stevie Jr. I know very little about Stevie Jr. I don't know what he looks like, what he sounds like, or to be fair, that much at all. I'd imagine that he looks a lot like his dad, but younger. Maybe he has a moustache or a beard. As far as Stevie Jr.'s interests go, he might like rugby and or football, and may well support Leicester City, much like all-round good guy and beloved pundit Gary Lineker. Being a young man, Stevie Jr. more than likely has a few interesting tales from his life. Like how once he might have been called up for national service in the Israeli army, in a bizarre mix-up of data at the Israeli army drafting office. Or maybe once he got so drunk he woke up in Stonehaven near Aberdeen in Scotland with no memory of the night before. The one definite thing that I do know about Stevie Jr. is that his dad is none other than filmmaker Stephen Frears. Stephen Frears was born in Leicester in 1941. As a director who started in television, he has now developed an internationally acclaimed career. Spurred by the award-winning Dangerous Liaisons and connections made with John Cusack directing The Grifters, he was led to be involved in the highly successful High Fidelity. Stephen Frears' career as a director has earned him numerous Academy Award nominations and a place on the Board of Governors at the BFI. One of the many films that he's directed is the gritty drama Dirty Pretty Things, starring the ever-beautiful Audrey Tautou. All I know about Audrey Tautou is that I love her. She first came to my attention in one of my favourite films of all time, Amélie, directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet, and I have been in love with her ever since. Despite my eternal love for her, I've come to terms with the fact that I will never marry her or have a beautiful life raising children in a villa in the south of France. We will never go to glamorous award ceremonies and be so besotted with each other that we don't notice when they call out her name for Best Actress. I will never surprise her with a romantic candlelit dinner that I've slaved over for hours to show her my undying love. But as I said, I've learnt to deal with that. But the fact that we are separated by only 6 other people, who knows what might happen.
Via, via, tiri via di qui. Niente più ti lega a questi luoghi, neanche questi fiori azzurri. Via, via, neanche questo tempo grigio, pieno di musica e di uomini che ti son piaciuti. It's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's wonderful. Good luck, my